Welcome back to Tarot by the Bay. I'm David. Okay, so a couple questions came up. I had a Matt Gaetz reading that came up on Saturday, and folks wanted to know if Matt Gaetz was going to run for governor in Florida. So I did a little bit of reading. I read an article. Yeah, and sure enough, in September, Gaetz was basically not denying that he would be interested in running for governor in 2026. But that his primary goal is to get Donald Trump elected in 2024. One political operative was saying that if Trump were to give Gaetz the endorsement, that gives him about 30% of the Floridian votes. And given a big field for the primary, that would probably be enough to get Gaetz in there as the Republican representative. Okay, but that's in today's energy. What's Donald Trump's endorsement going to be a year from now? Or 2 years from now, or in 2026 after all these court cases have played out? That's a good question. But let's look at Matt Gaetz and the energy around him running for the governor, trying to get the GOP nomination for governor in Florida in 2026. Entertainment purposes only. My deck is upside down. It's going to, and we've already got the Five of Cups. It's going to be a really hard go for Matt Gaetz to do this. And I think that's going to be because the political fallout for the next 3 years is going to make Matt Gaetz's political career very difficult, if not untenable. And there's your hillbilly drunken brawl right there. Yeah, it's going to be a difficult time. There's going to be fighting and all sorts of energy, not only to get that nomination, but he's going to have a lot of baggage that he has to deal with. And he better learn to live with disappointment. He may not even be reelected for his seat in 2024. I think his political career, it may be as soon as 2024, but by 2026, his political career is probably over at that point. In the past, Seven of Wands. Yeah, I would say he's been fighting from a position of advantage. He was a political advisor to DeSantis in 2018. Allegedly, the two of them had a falling out, probably because Gaetz has been such a strong Trump advocate and supporter that it's hard for him to work with DeSantis. Look at all these wands, all these fire cards here. But in the past, yeah. And in his district, he was popular. He's well-liked. He's supporting Trump. Trump was popular and well-liked amongst the Freedom Caucus and the MAGA folks. So, everything was coming up aces for him. But not 3 years from now it won't be. Or 2 years from now anyways. Why? What's going on? The Magician. Stuff is going to be coming out on Matt Gaetz that is not going to be good. That's basically going to kill his political career. And it involves young women. Anybody here in the audience surprised by this? Again, entertainment purposes only, but it's about stuff he's done in the past, giving lots of nice presents to nice little girls. That investigation and the ethics investigation and everything like that, this is going to come back and bite him in the butt. Whatever it is, first off, if he runs, they're going to use that against him. All his opponents are just going to come charging at him with these allegations and whatever comes out of this. And his actions and such. Sorry, I had to pause the video. Always a risk in this thing. My phone is connected to the Bluetooth in my car. My wife was taking my car to go run an errand. And I'm sitting in here, and all of a sudden this music is blasting out from the garage, which is right underneath me. It's like, oh, let me go turn off my phone so she's doesn't have to listen to, I believe David Bowie, Fashion was currently playing on the playlist there. It's a 70s playlist I made. It's amazing. Where was I? Yeah, they're going to come after Matt Gaetz for the stuff that he's done, and they're going to charge after him and they're going to ream him. The outcome, more wands. Female judge or women. This is going to be the actions of women, or his actions with women, that will take him down. he's not going anywhere. This dude's political career is toast. I'm going to read on this one a little bit more now. Let's dig in. Specifically, I want to get into the Six of Cups there. And ethics too. So get some shuffling done in here. Somebody was in the comments was asking, they heard that he looks like Beavis or Butthead. They didn't know which is which. He looks like Butthead. Oh my God. I put a link in that person's comment, but if you were to look up Matt Gaetz, Marjorie Taylor Greene, Beavis and Butthead, somebody has a little art sketching pad that they did, and they just drew the tall foreheads that Beavis and Butthead are noted for in the Mike Judge television series, and it's amazing. Maybe I'll make that the thumbnail. Yeah, Matt Gaetz. Okay, so let's discuss now this ethic committee investigation to Matt Gaetz that Kevin McCarthy is championing because McCarthy's going after Gaetz. Will the ethics committee investigation link Matt Gaetz to... I don't know how they can find it. What's going to be the consequences of that ethics investigation? Let's look at that. Okay, well, they're working on it. They're working on Gaetz, on that investigation, and it's coming together. Probably seeing some stuff. This could be one of two things. If the ethics panel's corrupt, they're trying to slow roll it and try and purify the stuff that they're seeing. Or it could just be that they're taking their time, and this is what I hope it is. They're doing the work, they're taking their time, and they're looking at all the answers before they give an answer on that one. Again, women holding things value, finding practicality. It might just be that the ethics committee actually looks at this with, like this case, like the Santos case, is that this is going to be scrutinied and looked at, so they better do good quality work. If they do a hack job on this, it's going to come back on them. And who wants to end their political career trying to be nice to Matt Gaetz? In the past, we have the Knight of Pentacles. I think this is Gaetz going forward with, going in Florida with the Venmo stuff to the young women over there. And probably there's a bunch of evidence that's been presented to this committee about what he's done. He brings in pictures of women that he was naked women and such onto the floor. Somebody asked, was this person underage? Well, we'll see. Current situation of the Empress. That's what's funny. This card just came up for Santos. The self-absorbed nature of Matt Gaetz. He's concerned. He's concerned about himself. Ooh. The Empress is also a card. It could be it's a pregnant woman, and I always think of this as the mother with the child on her lap. So there could be something. This could be something as simple as he's just taking care of himself. He's selfish and only worry about himself. But this could also be about young mothers. I don't want to talk about babies, but it's going to do with women and the treatment of women. It's going to cause, this ethics investigation is going to cause mayhem. Now again, the drunken hillbilly brawl, it's going to cause a lot of mayhem. I don't know if it's the investigation itself, or is it the outcome of the investigation? Oh, Matt Gaetz might be in really big trouble. This might get him booted out of the Republican Party. I don't know if it'll get him expelled from Congress, but this might get him booted out of the Republican Party because that's them waving bye-bye to him. And then he has to go looking. He has to go looking for support because I think they find something. I think they find stuff on him. And that's, again, that jives with the McCarthy read I just had. McCarthy cannot stand Matt Gaetz, and Gaetz can't stand McCarthy. So McCarthy likely knows quite a bit about what's going on in this ethics investigation. And, his last act is going to be to take Matt Gaetz down several pegs. Teach this guy a lesson. His final act, his gift to the left is taking down Matt Gaetz. Okay. So, in 2024, will Matt Gaetz even be part of the Republican Party? Well, we can ask that. Let's just ask, how is his re-election campaign? If he seeks re-election for his House seat in 2024, how will he do? Again, a lot of stuff coming out. He's going to have this ethics report coming out. We're going to have a couple of settled court cases with Donald Trump in 2024. Again, I don't think Matt Gaetz has got a lot going on for him in 2026, but let's see what 2024 election holds in store for him. Maybe he survives it. Maybe he doesn't. Matt Gaetz, 2024 House election. How's that looking for him? He's out there working, out there doing the things, stumping, chumping, getting his message out, a lot of advertising. But it's hard work. Ooh, look at, again, all those wands, all these fire cards with him. There could be news that's coming out about him during the campaign that's really burdensome to him. Maybe this, again, his links with Trump and bad Trump news, his ethics stuff is coming at him, and he's going to have to try really hard. It's going to be really difficult go of it to get his re-election campaign going in 2024. I wonder if he'll be primaried. In the past, we had the Page of Cups. Okay, so pages are about young people. Now we've got two young people here, but this is also MAGA. This is my card for MAGA. He was a darling of MAGA, Freedom Caucus. They will support him through thick and thin because he supports Trump through thick and thin. But things are starting to get difficult. As he goes to the 2024 primary election, he's got planning that he has to do. He might be concerned. This is either him thinking about him getting back in or thinking that he has to have a new career lined up. But he's looking and making plans on things. I'm assuming this is him planning on running in 2024. Oh dear, that's not good for him. Nightmare. It's going to be really, really hard on him because I suspect a bunch of news is coming out that's going to make his election difficult and his campaign an absolute nightmare. Not only because he might get primaried, but then you've got the Democrats that are going to be going after him as well. This guy's going to go through the ringer. He's not going to get reelected. Ten of Swords. Nine of Swords to the Ten of Swords. Done. Oh, or not. Or victory. Darn you, Spirit. Dear God. Okay, how in God's name do I make a sense out of this one? Okay, he's going to go on in advance. There's a lot of stuff coming out. Maybe, you know what it is? Maybe he gets elected. Maybe he makes it into office. And after he's in office, something happens. Oh, good God, David. What the heck is this? Maybe he doesn't think he's going to get it in. Maybe he thinks this is really close and that his political career is over. He gets in. I think what's going to happen, how do I reconcile all this? I think what's going to happen is that he gets elected, but basically it's the last time he wins an election. Stuff comes out that basically kills his political career. How would that work? Well, picture him like being one of the insurrectionists and then part of the coup. And he's elected, he wins the election, and then the FBI comes in and arrests him for being part of the insurrection, and then he's removed by the 14th Amendment. It would be something like that. Now that's really entertainment purposes only type of stuff here. But wow, part of me wants to pause and really contemplate this spread, because that's wild. Going from the Ten of Swords, death by 1,000 cuts, to the victory card. Now that victory card could also just be the look at me card. It could just be, his. If he doesn't get elected, it's because he's really high profile, and his whole campaign, his whole time in Congress is just about people paying attention to him, giving social media clicks and stuff like that. That's one aspect. So he might lose the election, or he might lose the election and then he declares that the election was stolen. He declares victory. That sounds like him too, doesn't it? Won't go down without a fight. Sues to say that he won. Yeah. Okay, that to me, that reconciles a little bit easier. I think he's going to lose the election and then claim and then challenge it, saying that he won the election. Okay, so darn it, I thought it was done. Okay, so now let's ask. That spread caught me flat-footed. That really did. He's gonna lose. He won. You think this is easy on my end, huh? Spirit's messing with me. Grr. And I got a pot roast in the oven. I gotta wrap this up and get that sucker out, or at least add my potatoes to it. I can always pause. All right. Let's see. In the 2024 election, does Matt Gaetz tell me if he claims that he wins the election? Give me some background about the Ten of Swords and the Six of Wands there. Does he lose the election and then claims it's stolen? Give me the energy around that. The Nine of Cups, hopes and wishes fulfilled. Yeah, I think it's like it may be manifesting, but he's going to sit there like, I'm not going to leave. This is my seat. He's already planning on it. Oh, this is the card that came up there. Yeah, he's planning on it. I think he's making contingency plans. If he loses that election, he's making his contingency plans. Oh, yeah, he's already got the idea. He's already working on it. Knight of Cups and reaching out to people. He's got problems with January 6th. Oh, he'll reason. Oh. He's going to grift off of it. He's going to say he won the election. You need to support me. This has been a Democrat plot all along. So he's going to go forward and lie to folks about this, with his cup out. Give me the money. You help me fight this stolen election. He's going to go the Donald Trump route and get one last payday. That's okay. Yeah. Okay. Does that make sense? That makes sense to me. Okay. He loses the election. He's going to claim it was stolen. He's going to try and fundraise off of it to fight it in court and do all this stuff and fundraise as long as possible. And maybe, file some lawsuits or something like that, but nothing really serious because he knows he didn't win. So he doesn't want to dump a bunch of money into actually fighting it in court. You just need to show that you're progressing the case so you can keep grifting off of these poor saps on the right. Oh my God. All right. Well, if that happens, I'll remember this reading because this one's wild. All right. Thank you for watching this video and suffering through it with me. We'll know in a year. We'll know in a year if this one's real or not. Thank you for supporting my channel. I appreciate it. Thank you to Shirley Not. Shirley, yes. Shirley Not. For pimping me and pimping my channel. Asking y'all to post comments in there and give thumbs up and stuff to help feed the algorithm so that my videos make it out to a broader audience. To the new viewers, welcome. Glad you found us. This is typical. We're all over the place, but eventually we get to the end of the reading. Thank you for watching this video and everything that you're doing to support the channel. I really do appreciate it. Have a great night, and I'll catch you on the next video. Take care.